Hey, welcome back, everybody. I am Dru Stew, sitting alongside Amy Wilson and the champions. Amy, the Riata Pro Futurity. How about this deal?
Yeah, so Wednesday morning, 8 a.m., and we have our champions here who won $72,600. That's exciting.
That's a pretty good day at the races, fellers.
Oh, yeah. It's amazing.
Man, I'm telling you guys. So, Cash Duty, Dylin, we've got a little bit of a story that we're going to talk about with these horses and everything, but I want to go back to this morning. Very seldom does team number one book in the day. That's pretty sweet, fellas.
It was awesome. Yeah, it was cool.
You know, the last time I remember, honest to God, I was sitting here thinking about the last time I remember that happening, and I can't even remember who was heading for him, but it was at the BFI, and it was Caleb and I can't remember who was heading. Huh?
Oh, yeah.
Away.
It was. That's exactly who it was.
Yep.
Remember, they were team
Yep.
number one. Funny story about that. So we're at the Calcutta the night before, and a buddy of mine gets up. I'm selling them, and team number one never goes for a lot, right? And I'm selling them, and I stick them on a friend of mine named Jason Tucker from California. And he walks out, gives me the bird, somebody else bids, and I put him back in and sell it to him. And it was like $2,000 or something, and he won $70,000.
Oh my gosh!
So that's just like you guys.
Yeah.
Won $72,000 first team out. So. Let's talk about this.
What makes this even a bigger story is this was the first time, Cash, that you've ever been on that horse, right?
Yeah, it just goes to say how easy that horse is to ride. I've never run a steer on her till team one this morning.
Backed in, team number one, first time you've ever sat on that
Yeah.
horse, and you roll through and win the whole
A
thing.
lot of first times. Man, so you first time for you. So you've got 5 runs down on
Yep.
Gray. So
5.
but you only ran like 6 on
I
yours?
think I ran 6 practicing like last week before we came, and I've known the horse for a long time, but I'd never rode him till last week. I practiced one day on him.
So I want to know, like, what is going on? What's the alley talk for Riata? You know what I mean? Like, how does this end up? Like, are you guys calling each other being like, hey, I need somebody to show? Is it kind of a catch ride situation, or what's going on?
So I kind of set this one up. I know the guy that owns the gray mare, and he wanted her to come.
Okay.
And so I was rodeoing with Cash, and we went up there to practice one day, and we're like, if owners want to do it, we'll go. And then my horse fell through a week ago, and then luckily Caleb let me bring that little buckskin horse down here and ride him because we were already entered, and I had to swap it around, and
So just last minute.
yeah, really,
Yeah.
it was.
Perfect. Well, I tell you what, before we get into this, I just want to show everybody what we got going on right here. So we started off this morning at 8 o'clock with our open, the Riata Pro Futurity. We had $200,000 added. Then the 4-year-old Futurity incentive was $50,000 for anybody that was 4-year-old. Now these horses had to be 5. Now going on right here behind us right now is the 14.5. It's got $200,000 added, and a 5-year-old Futurity incentive with $50,000 guaranteed in that as well. Coming back to you guys talking about the young horses, neither one of your horses were in the 4-year-old incentive though, right?
No, sir.
Both 5.
But they had to be 5 to be in there. So we watched all 5-year-old horses, and Amy, you and I talked about it earlier. All of the horses we watched in the Open were Riata horses this year for the first time. So
Yeah, 5 and under. That's really cool. I don't know if you want to get into this yet, but your horse is actually in the sale coming up too, right?
Yes, she is.
So Metallic Katrina is the horse's name, and will be coming up in the Riata sale. That's huge.
that is a huge deal. That is a huge deal.
It's awesome.
So that helps a lot.
That does help a lot.
No idea. That's kind of stacking the deck for that
Yeah.
horse right there.
100%.
Yeah.
Very good. So, tell me a little bit about these horses. Like, let's go ahead and get into the horse flesh side of it. I know you guys are pretty green on their backs. You guys are the green parts of the team.
Yeah.
Your horses here. But talk about what you were feeling out there. We'll get in and we'll watch these runs here in a second. But let's talk about your horses.
Well, I just knew the first time I ever run the steer on her's first steer, and she scored so good, run to the cow, and just made everything easy. Like, rated off good. I didn't feel like I had to use the bridle reins very much, and she was super, super easy to ride.
Yeah.
Made it a lot easier to win.
Yeah, right. How about you on the backside?
He's just simple. I knew he'll get a little tight sometimes, so I wanted to make sure I rode all the way to him and got him healed so I could get a good dally, but he's easy.
Yeah.
Good in the box, just simple.
You guys want to go ahead and watch them?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Let's go ahead and we'll watch these. I think our second or third run's a little bit glitchy here, but we'll start right on our first run. Old Gray just scores like a shot dog.
Scored so good.
you guys watch this, what comes to mind? How do you break down a run?
I'm just happy I stayed on and caught.
Our goal was to literally catch the first steer and see what happens, being first team out. And they didn't. That one didn't start very good. We both kind of got a double clutch, but
That steer got faster as the day went on. I watched somebody else run him later.
I tell you what, the steers were all there this morning.
They were.
It was an all-there jackpot.
Kind of gives you a little bit of a move right there coming out the tunnel, too, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so we'll watch this one, then we'll go to the next one right after this. All right, let's go ahead and watch your second steer here. So this video came in a little bit glitchy for some reason.
That steer didn't start at all either.
No.
Yeah. Put his old head right up there for you, though, didn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Let's go ahead and go to the third run. That was a little hard to watch.
This one gets a little hairy.
Yeah.
I was up. I watched this run. I was sitting right up there on the left. I said, I remember seeing you guys rope this one. Yeah, kind of tricky deal right here.
Well, I told Dylin I got to be the only guy to miss his dally in the futurity.
Yeah, no, that one was a little hairy. The steer was great, but I got in a bad spot. He was in a bad spot.
Everybody was just in a
was
bad
just
spot.
survive.
Those are just the ones with the flag drops. You're like,
That's
oh,
Yeah.
We're by
thank
that
goodness.
one.
Yeah.
That horse was free and saved me right there because I did not dally good.
Well, you were double grabbing. You were dropping your reins over the
I had
saddle.
everything going on down there.
Anything to catch.
Yeah. Hey, so when you watch a horse run, like is she extremely smooth?
So smooth.
She's like glass,
So-
isn't
yep.
she?
And stays flat down out of your way.
Yeah. You can just tell the way she just glides across there.
Yep.
Okay. Hey, but good job right there. Dylin, actually, let's watch it one more time because right here is a healer. This can go all kinds of sideways.
Yes.
Buck, you kept your pocket right there good. Where you could have let one leak in real bad.
I almost did.
You kind of started right there, and that'll get you in a bind.
I was about in a bind.
Yeah.
Dylan's got some experience healing bad handles for me, so he's used to it.
I was surprised by the other four.
That's awesome. Yeah, this was normal day.
Yeah,
This
this
was easier. Yeah. That's great. We'll watch it one more time here. We'll go to the next one.
That was a good cow.
Great cow. That horse
All right.
face so good.
Yeah, next run here.
This is a steer that kind of put us back on top of the rope.
Oh, I get to fire Tyler, my camera guy, on that one. We just get a good shot of Buck stopping right there. Pretty good steer. Pretty good
It's a
steer
great
right
Great
now. Huh?
steer.
That's the one we needed to kind of put us back.
Is
ahead.
that one kind of brought you back
Yeah.
where you needed to be?
Yeah, I
Yep.
think we were like 6'2" on that one.
Yep,
Brought us
6'2".
right back in the middle of the rope and
Yeah.
fast time money.
Yeah. The camera guy fell asleep on that one. All right, let's go down to the next one.
Yeah, that run was worth $2,500.
Yeah,
The
that
third
one.
fast time over.
Oh, was that
the-
your third fast time run
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
there? Perfect. Good run right there, boys. How'd that one feel?
Oh, amazing. It's been
That
a
was
rough.
pretty
Reaction
nice.
said what he thought of it.
It's been a rough summer and we needed that real bad
Yeah.
right about now.
Man, just good job. That was just a great run, guys.
That was a great handle, wasn't it?
That was the best handle.
By
I love
far.
it. Come back, high call. Good
How-
steer. Kind of wanted to step into you just a little bit right there, Dylan. Just a little. How about that, fellas?
That's awesome.
What did it feel like right there? You're the high team back. You win the
You
rope.
have no. it was
Amazing.
Amazing. I haven't won a check that big ever.
Yeah.
Really?
Me
Yeah.
neither.
This is your guys' biggest win?
check
Yep.
ever. Yep.
Congratulations, you guys. That's awesome. Come on back to us, Praj.
That is awesome. And when you look down the list, I mean, we do this every time. We did this before the rope and start. You talk about the guys that, are on horses that we know, or guys that we know have accomplished so much in their careers and have won huge checks. So for you guys to come through this rope and on horses that you didn't know and win it all, that's really cool.
That tickles me
It
to
was
death,
awesome.
you guys. It really does.
You and me
love
both.
that guy. Yeah. Try being this guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, no, that is what's so much fun. I mean, the whole deal right here, like this Riata deal has just, it's changed the game, and we've talked about that a lot. But it's putting nuances in the sport that have never been there before.
Yeah.
You guys come in here. Let me ask you this: if I told you 5 years ago, between the two of you, you're going to have 16 runs total on 2 horses you've never ridden before for a shot at $70,000. You'd tell me I was crazy.
Absolutely.
I mean, you'd be like,
100%.
no way. If I said, hey, you know what, you're going to go to the BFI tomorrow or the finale open finals and never have ridden the horse before, you'd tell me no.
No way.
Yeah.
No way. On
No.
5-year-olds, nonetheless.
Yeah.
Against great open guys.
Yeah, if it was a 12-year-old, you might kind of think about
Yeah.
it, but definitely not a 5-year-old that
No.
you've never swung a leg over.
No.
That's a pretty cool deal,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah, it's really cool that it paid down 6 places. 6th was $13,000, and actually Brock Hansen and Trevor Brazil came from the 11th high callback to win that 6th place check. 7,500 for the fastest time overall. And then we haven't even talked about the Stallion and the Nominator. Those were both 10%. So a lot of money paid out. And you mentioned the 4-year-old incentive. So really cool. I mean, it's awesome to talk about this biggest check, but there were a
100%.
lot, it wasn't just top loaded. There were a lot of checks paid
There's
out.
a lot of
today.
money.
Absolutely. Let's go ahead and take a look at what Amy was just talking about here a second ago. Let's take a look at how the payout was just on the top. And while we're loading that up, just kind of the breakdown of it. So there was $220,000 right here in just the overall. And we'll just say that's like just the regular average. There was $220,000. You guys walk out with $72,600, $50,000. Jake and Douglas won the roping last year, so they're liking that a lot. And then look at this. I like this. Miles and Colby. Colby won the first year, and then he comes back 4th with Jade. So Colby is kind of the futurity king. I mean, everybody kind of knows that when Colby shows up.
And he had back-to-back runs,
Back-to-back-
heading and heeling, so swapped horses and ropes and
That's
everything.
pretty cool.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
I'm a
Yeah.
Colby level fan.
That-
Don't tell him that, but I'm kind of a Colby level fan. Yeah, Dakota in there, Billy Jack, Brock and Trevor down there. Now let's take a look. The other payouts that we had in here, we had some fast times. You guys got a piece of the action here as well. Brock and Trev, 7,500. Chris and Cade, love seeing those guys, $5,000. You guys for 2,500, and then fast time in the short go that didn't place, Dean and Jeremy. And Amy, what you were talking about, so on the incentive money here as well, the head horses and the heel horses. So this is just for the 4-year-olds. There's $40,000 right there, and then an additional $30,000 for the first nominators, an additional $30,000 for the stallions. So you're talking another $100,000 just in incentives and stallions and nominators.
Wow.
It's amazing. It's
pretty
an awesome
cool, isn't it?
roping. Awesome.
Good time to be a team roper, fellas.
Exactly. Exactly.
Man, so let's talk a little bit about this deal right here. Quinn Kessler was a good friend.
Great friend. He is who made me who I am as a healer.
Really?
Right out of high school, I'd go to his house 3 days a week. He'd mount me. He'd whatever.
Yeah.
I rode one of his. First year he made the finals, I rode his horse at the finale. He was riding at Thomas and Mack.
What?
He shared with me because mine went down the week before.
You're no kidding.
Mm-hmm.
How cool is that?
Amazing human being.
Yeah. Man, that the whole family over there, such good people. His wife and I were actually better friends. We knew each other and from my buddies in Utah and stuff that I used to hang out with a bunch. And Quinn and his dad, I was telling you, just great. And what the double dollar, in a way, like they were kind of pioneers in this industry a
100%,
long time ago. Remember when the double dollar deal was a big deal in Vegas?
Yep.
Everything.
100%.
So pretty cool.
Cool. So awesome. Yeah, Quinn trained that horse. Rode her here last year, and then his brother-in-law bought him, and that's a good Caleb Hendricks, really good friend of mine, and he's kind of taken him and finished him.
Yeah.
And it was awesome. It's cool to win on that horse and good friends, and
That's got to mean a little bit more.
it means a lot. It
Yeah.
means a lot. It
Yeah.
does.
Man, that's awesome. That is so awesome. What do you got next, guys? We rodeo now? We can pay to enter a little bit more, or what?
Yeah.
Cody Johnson in a couple weeks.
Yeah, we'll see you over there.
Yep.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. You guys are open at the finale, or?
Yeah, I got a 14-15 run at the finale.
Yeah.
So
I'm unsure yet.
You might just show up
I
and
might
jump
just show
on
up.
one.
You never
He's
know.
gonna go to the sale and buy that grade.
Yeah, no. Yeah, so let's talk about that, Amy. We've been talking a lot about it at our normal job, that having the sale kind of to, usually, the open kicks everything off, but this year at the finale having the Riata sale, that's going to be, and then the roping right after. I think it's going to be kind of a big deal.
Yeah, it seems like no matter what's going on in the world, the horse market keeps going up and it stays really strong. And when you see this quality of horses, you understand why. I mean, why the demand is there, especially when Denny starts something like this, and there's all the incentives to continue on. So yeah, it's exciting, I think.
Absolutely,
Sure.
absolutely. So let's go ahead and preview that horse right now. That horse is going to be in the sale. Tell me, it was just like you going and trying that horse, basically, run 5. First impression all the way around.
Scores amazing. Just locks on, scores perfect every time, and runs all the way to the cow. You don't have to worry. You can drop your hand and not worry about needing to pick up because you're going by. You don't just put your hand down, run to the cow, and rope the horns, and she makes the job super easy.
Nice mare to be around.
Good mare to be around. In your pocket, friendly horse. Cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
And never hardly been. She's been to 6 or 8 local jackpots. Like, not been
And
hauled.
came out and showed like that.
Yeah.
Those are the special ones.
She's
Yeah.
special.
Those
She
are the
is.
special ones.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just wants to be good.
Yep.
Yeah,
Naturally
100%.
talented. That's
Yep.
cool.
100%.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yep.
Good deal. Well, you have a pretty good down payment on her right now. That money's already spent. Well, guys, congratulations on a huge win.
Thank you.
Thank you.
bet.
Thank you so much.
You bet. Amy, we got more team roping coming up.
We do. I think, did they say 270 teams
I
in
think
this
so.
14 and a half?
I think so.
A lot of team roping to come on roping.com all this week.
Yep. Make sure everybody you tune in, like Amy just said, roping.com. You can watch all of the action. We're going to be back here on the Riata social media. You got the team at Team Roping Journal as well covering everything. So if there's anything you missed, they're going to be covering it too. But go and watch all the action. They're dragging the pin here. We're running 2 arenas, and that is all set up. So the 14, there's a bunch of teams, but we're going to get done relatively quick. And then I think we're going to have some jackpots afterwards. Just have some fun here this afternoon. So a whole lot coming to you from the Riata Stallion Incentive. And once again, congratulations, gentlemen.
Thank
the
you.
winners of
Thank
the
you.
Pro Futurity.
Thank you so much.
All right, everybody. We'll catch everybody in a little while. Tune in for the 14.5. We'll have that short round coming to you here shortly.